They said it was just a cartography error, but if that were true, why would the military seal off an empty field with electrified fencing, armed patrols, and drones circling it every night? A missing patch of land shouldn't require national security protocols. Unless the error wasn't a mistake, but the aftermath of something humanity was never meant to see.
Dig deep enough into old Library of Congress archives, before the redactions, and one name slipped through the cracks: Oak Haven, a thriving mid-century industrial town of 3,000 people. It appears in the 1955 census. It appears in 1957 phone directories. But by 1959, it disappears from every official record, as if the town had never existed at all.
These weren't secret agents or fugitives. They were steelworkers, teachers, families, ordinary people living ordinary lives. What they didn't know was that their entire community had been quietly selected as a controlled environment, an isolated human sample for an operation whispered only as Project Vanishing Point. During the Cold War, the public feared bombs, but behind closed doors, the Pentagon feared something else: frequency warfare. Weapons that didn't explode, didn't burn, didn't leave bodies. The theory was horrifying. If every living thing vibrates at a unique resonant frequency, the right counterfrequency could unbind matter itself. Residents remembered seeing a large television signal booster tower being built on the East Ridge. No one questioned why birds avoided the area, or why the air tasted metallic whenever the wind blew from the valley. The people of Oak Haven tuned their new TV sets, unaware they were tuning into their own execution. On November 14, 1958, the valley fell silent. Diaries recovered from homes on the outskirts mentioned the same eerie stillness at 2:55 a.m. Crickets stopped, wind died, even appliances hummed differently. Something was building, something searching for resonance. At 3 a.m., the switch was thrown. No explosion, no shockwave, just a deep vibration that bypassed the ears and went straight into the bones. Felt, not heard. A violet shimmer briefly lit the sky above the town, like the aurora borealis pressed into a single point. The weapon was active. It took less than a fraction of a second. 3,000 people didn't die. They decohered. Their molecular bonds simply separated. Bodies turned into fine carbon dust and faint vapor. Clothes collapsed where they stood. Beds held only empty pajamas, still warm from the bodies that had occupied them moments before. By sunrise, Oak Haven looked untouched, yet completely abandoned, as if life had evaporated mid-breath. Breakfast plates half-eaten, cigarettes burning in ashtrays, cars idling in driveways until their engines choked out. A town frozen in time, but without its people. By noon, the perimeter was locked down. Hazmat teams didn't search for survivors. They vacuumed up the residue. Entire households were reduced to what amounted to biological dust. Personal items, photographs, journals, everything was seized, cataloged, and burned. To erase a massacre is difficult. To erase a deletion requires erasing memory itself. Over 6 months, Oak Haven was dismantled brick by brick. Foundations dug up, power lines rerouted, streams redirected. The landscape reshaped until no one comparing old maps to new terrain could suspect anything had once stood there. The official explanation? A clerical mapping mistake. One of the boldest lies ever told. But energy doesn't disappear, and Oak Haven left a scar. Hikers who wander too close report nosebleeds, migraines, and the overwhelming sensation of being watched. Instruments go haywire, and every night, without fail, the electromagnetic field above that empty meadow spikes violently at 3 a.m. Thermal cameras capture heat signatures where no bodies exist. Audio recorders pick up a static-like whispering, as if thousands of voices are trapped in a loop.
the final nanosecond of their existence replaying endlessly in the air. Not ghosts, but an energetic imprint of a population erased at molecular level.
A leaked 2014 memo suggests the site isn't abandoned, it's still active. The nightly 3 a.m. spike isn't a leftover echo, it's a recalibration, meaning the equipment is still running, meaning Oakhaven wasn't a one-time event, meaning the technology is evolving.
So if your GPS ever glitches, or a road appears on an old map but not on your phone, turn back. Don't investigate, don't get curious. Because to the architects of this project, we're all just clusters of atoms waiting for the wrong frequency. And the next time they flip the switch, it might not be an accident. Subscribe before the next town disappears.